Greetings, family. Welcome back to my channel. The Bahamas is still under a state of emergency, and most recently, one of the protocols from the state of emergency was put in place, which is the curfew. Right? So, family, right now, the Bahamas is under curfew between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Right? Now, I happen to be fortunate enough to have been out during those hours because my particular job is still operating. All right. But when I went on the streets last night, this was the first time I had ever seen this. It seems like a scene from the Book of Eli, or it seems like a scene from I Am Legend, you know, because as I walked the streets completely empty, I mean for miles and miles, I got, as we headed further away from the compound, I realized that this is the first time I had seen the town completely empty of cars, empty of human activity, no voices, not even a dog was barking as I head home this morning. And so we really need to consider if this really makes sense because there's another view coming from the European countries that have been impacted that when you cause people to go home and huddle together in areas, especially in our communities where we have small, tightly packed communities, all right, when you cause people to stay in those conditions for a prolonged period of time, what you might actually end up doing is having the reverse effect. You might actually cause spread to take place. So it's really a catch 22. Um, on one hand, you can't necessarily have the completely free movement of people, but at the same time, you know, the clampdown is actually causing this to be a very unlivable situation for many people. Now, personally, I do feel that a period of a hiatus, some sort of hiatus was necessary, whether it be for a 2 week period, but we need a consistent accounting for everyone who has been impacted. Okay, so I think we need to treat all cold and flu symptoms very seriously. Um, I don't want this coronavirus to become the topic of our lives as if we don't have other things going on. But this happens to be what we are all faced with. So I think it's important that we all keep each other up to date with what is taking place in our respective countries. And we will find that most of these agendas are one and the same. Most of these platforms that our governments have been undertaking are one and the same. But family, we are on day two of our curfew. Nobody is allowed to move around after 9 p.m. If people move around after 9 p.m., it is considered an offense, and I think the punishment for breaching any of the state of emergency protocols is $10,000 in fines and also 18 months in prison. Okay, so the heavy-handedness of government is really being shown full circle today. Okay, and I believe that after this corona epidemic has passed, we will definitely need to hold our leaders accountable for the fact that they led us into this situation by continuously allowing ships to come into the country. And after they let the ships come into the country, now as a punishment for their faulty decision making, we now have to bear the pressure and the brunt of this situation. They are locking us down instead of actually locking down our borders, which made more sense. Okay, family? But let me know your thoughts in the comments below about all these dynamics. I won't keep you all very long today. Appreciate all of the support thus far. You all continue to be safe. Take care of your loved ones. Check up on your family. Also, there's no public transportation in the Bahamas. So, for people to even access clinics, hospitals, they have to actually walk if they don't have a ride. And so I think this is actually a really messed up situation for the general public, the general populace. Um, But you all continue to be safe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. One love.